I'm going to talk to you about the things that we've seen that really excite us. In my opinion, this is the most exciting vehicle I've ever seen. I'm really old. Your grandfather is 75. And I've seen a lot of things come and go. I was a part of the teams that developed the Taurus and the Mini. And while those things were great in their day, this one really kicks ass. I hope that many of our readers will be closely examining the technologies that Tesla has introduced. Sandy Munro begins with an almost childlike sense of excitement, as if the candies were made of stainless steel and could go from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. He is full of information about the Cybertruck and points to a partially disassembled beast of a machine that resembles something out of a science fiction film. Sandy extends an invitation to everyone to attend a brilliantly named May the 4th Be With You for EVs. It's not a Star Wars sequel, but for fans of electric vehicles, it might as well be. There, you can wander through an electric dream garden that includes the Cybertruck and other electric marvels that are waiting to satisfy your tech-hungry hearts. Consider this facility to be a gym membership for tech enthusiasts if you're concerned about your fitness tractor steps. As some of you may know, I was an engine engineer who worked on monoblocks and hydrogen engines, helped develop the Vulcan V6, and redesigned numerous Ford and GM engines. I used to be an engine engineer, but now that I'm on the dark side, I'm amazed at how amazing some of these electric cars appear when we start disassembling them. This is what I perceive to be the future, not the past or a transitional phase. Sandy looks back on his career as an engine engineer, having witnessed everything from the roar of V6 engines to the hum of electric motors. However, he has now joined the Church of Electrification, bidding adieu to gasoline, like it's an ex that still sends birthday cards. He lays down the gauntlet, stating that electric vehicles are not merely a fad, but rather the future, like that one house guest who can't take a hint. He hasn't been merely relying on his own knowledge either. In fact, after poring over mountains of data from Tesla and other sources, he has been fine-tuning and perfecting the potential of these vehicles. Let's face it, with all the advancements they are gaining, they are beginning to resemble Swiss Army knives on wheels. Hopefully, nobody will attempt to use them for cheese cutting, but it's a really good concept. We looked at that and, as I mentioned, they've always used them in the front, but notice how quickly they made changes. In 2016 or 2017, they were machining aluminum billets, gluing them together, and then shoving in laminates. Then they noticed an old idea, which was to take the laminates and overmold them with high-press aluminum. Now, let's switch gears and talk about where the Cybertruck really gets its juice. No, not the lemonade kind, as we're focusing on those sleek rear-mounted induction motors. You might be wondering why they're in the back, but the idea is to get the most value for your money, or in this case, the most juice. It's not just about where these motors are, it's also how they're manufactured. Tesla deftly avoids those annoying resistance concerns, ensuring the Cybertruck sips electricity like fine wine and optimizing mileage that can outlast your patience on a lengthy road trip. Consider this new rotor design from Tesla as an upgrade from your outdated flip phone to the newest smartphone. It's like the Swiss Army knife of rotors, packed with advanced capabilities for enhanced performance. These motors would undoubtedly swipe left on resistance and right on efficiency if they were on a dating app. In order to maximize energy extraction, Tesla discovered that it was a brilliant idea to splatter coolant and oil into the heated components of the electric motor. It's the quietest car I've ever owned. You can hear the electric motor if you turn off the radio, but I can't hear the CIT mixer next to me. It's amazing how quiet that thing is. If you look at the laminates, you'll notice that instead of having a sequential step to reduce noise, it only has two outside steps that are similar, and the center part of the motor has a step. This should theoretically cause a pulse or noise, but in practice it's the quietest vehicle I've ever had. Despite all these hot features like near-net forgings and snazzy hairpin winding, Tesla is literally breaking ground. It's also cooling it with a new technique that might remind you of splashing in the pool on a hot day instead of water. We're talking about oil and coolant being splashed onto the electric motor. This isn't just for fun. It's an efficient way to keep those motors chilled under pressure, ensuring they perform at their best without breaking a sweat. The operation of these motors is whisper quiet. You won't hear a peep, despite the performance might make you want to shop from the rooftops. You might hear a pin drop, or in this case, a hairpin breeze, because it is so quiet. As we continue to explore what makes the Cybertruck a literal and figurative cool ride, keep your curiosity warm and your cocoa warm. The Tesla journey doesn't stop there. Every day is an exciting discovery with ups and downs, making it even more interesting, which is why Tesla keeps innovating. The Cybertruck is rocking some seriously cool tech under its metallic skin, proving that when it comes to innovation, Tesla doesn't just skate to where the puck is. They skate to where the puck is going to be, and then some, all while keeping it as quiet as a library on a Sunday morning. If this truck's technology were any cooler, do you know who else believes in Tesla's optimism as it draws more and more investors down its rabbit hole? For Tesla supporters and those with a keen eye for finding the next hidden treasure in the stock market, the company's current sponsor, Seeking Alpha, shows that there's more to this remarkable rise than simply watching from the sidelines. Your one-stop destination for the most recent information on Tesla is Seeking Alpha. Targets for Tesla stock price innovation from Tesla and everything Elon Musk ignores the negative coverage of Tesla in the media. The greatest online source for pro-Tesla news is Seeking Alpha. Our channel may receive a commission if you click on the affiliate links in the description and make a purchase. We appreciate your support. Another topic to discuss is the Ethernet ring, which moves more quickly. As it stands, it is twice as long as a traditional wired one, weighing 40 kilograms or 40 G, but if we changed the size, it would only weigh 28 kilograms, or from 80 to 28 G. Next, you can see the connectors on the right side of the device. Power. This is your power for everything, really everything, and communication. This is your communication, as close to size as I could get them. Now, you might be wondering, what makes an Ethernet ring picture so awesome? It's similar to upgrading from snail mail to instant messaging. Think of it as doing more with less, like baking a giant cake with just a cup of flour. This technology speeds things up tremendously, reducing the data transmission from a bulky 80 grams to a slim 28 grams. That's not just losing weight, practically an entire technology diet. But wait, there's more. Tesla isn't just tinkering with internet cables. They're also revolutionizing how they create the metal bodies of their vehicles with some seriously innovative casting techniques by developing their own CAD and KEFT systems. Tesla's weight control is at an entirely new level with their castings. 15 years ago, I had a whole cast rolling chassis on my floor. When it was cast, everyone laughed and left. However, now that I have made all the casting machines, no one else can make them quickly enough. It's become popular, and movement for these other technologies and techniques needs to happen much faster. By the way, I forgot to mention 48 volts, which is necessary if we're going to play around with steer-by-wire and other things. As we cruise along, 48 volts is crucial. Let's shift gears to see how 48 volts gives this all a turbo boost. Yes, because of these better methods and materials, casting machines are in high demand right now. Casting is much more than just pouring metal into molds. It's about creating with accuracy and productivity. It's like trying to fill an ice tray under a running faucet versus using the picture less splash nor class. Tesla has integrated design elements like ribs with butterfly shapes in their molds. These features enhance the flow and efficiency of the casting process, allowing the molten metal to settle into the molds more quickly and uniformly. If only I could bake as accurately and efficiently as the last time I tried something new, I would have had a cake that resembled a pancake. It is a waste to send materials to a landfill or recycle them if I can still use them. If the material isn't good enough for the main castings, I'll find another use for it. One of my favorite words is reuse. Just when you thought Tesla was all about zooming into the future, they throw in a lesson in recycling that would make your high school science teacher proud. At Tesla, they're not just tossing old materials in the bin. Instead, they're all about the encore performance, reusing materials for main and secondary castings like a magician repurposing their top hat for every trick. As I mentioned earlier, there's no need for extra strength because it has the same ease of assembly features. So again, all these little places where they've cleverly made it so the parts will either snap into a hole or weave between 3 pins and hold themselves in place. Stylish. Who knew Tesla was so into crafts? The next thing you know, they'll be selling a line of DIY vehicle kits for the weekend warrior. We also develop products and the factories that go along with them. Teslas are rolling off the line faster than you can say electric dreams. I have extensive knowledge of the Mitsubishi Motor Assembly Factory in Normal, Illinois, which Lucid now operates. I can tell you right now how many stamping lines they had, what kind of machines they had, and how much they could do internally without purchasing small secondary stampings from outside sources. The reason I know this is because the guys have admitted that at one point, as we get more into the specifics of manufacturing, we're going to take this area and turn it into oddball-type stamping. Tesla examines the stamping process closely. It's not just about the stamping machine's sticker price. It's a comprehensive financial in-depth. They're thinking about the whole accounting expense, similar to how billion-dollar businesses might examine their couch cushions for spare pennies. Similar to how a frugal cook utilizes every part of the chicken, Tesla concentrates on the long haul to maximize mold and productivity and extract every last bit of value from materials. Tesla's cost-effectiveness is so great that its accountants must be giggling at their numbers. We are announcing today that Adis and Munro will be joining forces to support an economy that we believe we can help with. We have been working together for more than 10 years, and now we are formalizing our partnership for the public. We have already signed several contracts together in the last year, and there are many more to come. We have a very exciting future ahead of us, with a plot twist fit for a Hollywood blockbuster movie. After 10 years of covert side projects, Adis and Munro have finally decided to take their long-term relationship public. This dynamic team has already secured several contracts and has more in the works. It's like watching Batman and Robin decide to start a business together, only instead of fighting crime, they're creating a greener economy. With a team like this who needs superheroes, these guys might just save the world one contract at a time. As we come to the end of this chapter of the Tesla SAA, it's evident that they're doing more than just building cars. They're making statements with every recycled material, every optimized process. Tesla's journey, from pioneering automaker to possibility leader of global recycling revolution. Knowing that used aluminum and partnership announcements would pave the way to sustainability, what effect do you believe Tesla's cutting-edge casting techniques and usage of recycled materials will have on the automotive industry as a whole? How will this technology affect the capabilities and performance of upcoming electric vehicles? Taking into account Tesla's emphasis on material reuse, how do you think the makers of electric vehicles might lessen their environmental impact even more? If you liked this video, please press those like buttons and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Additionally to subscribe buttons, thank you for viewing, and we hope to see you in our upcoming films. This is Tesla Stock News.